dark of the night, we creep without a sound. Grizzly Chris and the gang, searching all around. With our flashlights blazing, we call out to the air. Who knows what we'll find if we dare to care. Spirits start to giggle, the ghosts wanna play. Ghost hunting's a blast, it's all in good fun. With Grizzly Chris lead, the adventure's begun. Let's chase after shadows, let's hunt for a scare. Who thinks we'll find something? Come join if you dare. The Bigfoot Outlaw crew, they're tough and they're loud, hunting for
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Ghost Cribs. Tank, Grizzly, and our newest addition to the Get That Ghost team, Abby. Hey, guys.
Well, hello there, everybody. I'm still laughing at what you said. Dude,
I'm just super excited to be here, man. Like I'm in a good mood. I feel great. So, folks, what he's talking about, just really fast before we get started. So I believe that the Loch Ness Monster is real, and the reason that I say this is because and I'll say exactly what I just said to Grizzly, when the oceans, when the asteroid hit the Earth and destroyed the dinosaurs, the ones that were living under the ocean in the trenches would still be there. So I said that the dinosaur, the Loch Ness Monster, which was a puss or whatever in the world it's called. Could be living in the trenches in the ocean, and it would make sense. It would make sense to why the Loch Ness Monster was real. So that was a little weird thing before we got started. So but I don't know exactly what it's called. I'll have to look it up, man. I'm not an archaeologist. I'm a ghost guy. So Anyway, excited about this one, Grizzly. This one's gonna be good, folks. Tennessee Shadowchasers. My neighbors in East Tennessee are here, and they're going to talk about the amazing, beautiful. Cannot wait to hear about Ura Shrine in Bristol, Tennessee.
Wow.
I can't even talk. It's just amazing. Let's do it.
Come on down, ladies. How y'all doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Hello.
So
If you,
introduce yourself
yep.
and give us a little background on you.
On the Ura Shrine?
Introduce yourselves. Let's hear about your team. Give me a little background on your team, who you guys are, and then we'll go into the shrine. I want to hear about you guys. Let you guys shine.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, I'm Erin Hale.
I'm Audra Cook.
And we started Tennessee Shadowchasers a couple years ago. Actually, because we just had a group of us that liked to investigate together, and we wanted to participate in the world's largest ghost hunt. So in order to do that, we had to have a name. So we came up with Tennessee Shadowchasers, and it just stuck. And now we've been, growing since then, and we've got a great team in place now. So yeah, it's been really fun so far, actually.
It's
I like your
actually
logo.
took off and just we didn't expect it to get to where it is now. We just started investigating and just said, let's see what happens. Let's see where this goes. And it's really turned into a fun pastime that's gotten a lot bigger than we anticipated.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Yeah, so and the Ura Shrine,
Yes.
Dee and Audra worked very hard on getting to know Rick, the owner, and for him to allow us to come there and investigate it, because for a while he wouldn't let just anybody investigate there. So he would vet everybody who came through the door. I mean, they went through.
We had to interview. We had
Yeah.
to go in and interview with him. We had to sit down, and we went in and we thought we were going to go for maybe a 30-minute interview, and it turned into 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was very serious about vetting teams before he'll let them in. And that's actually what he has put off onto us at this point, is vetting people before he lets them in, because the shrine is the kind of place that it's not for novice hunters. It's not for somebody that's brand new to ghost hunting.
It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy for newbies. Yeah.
What's the origins of it? Like, I'm wondering, what made them put a shrine in Bristol, Tennessee? Because I know they have raceways and things there, but that's my biggest wonder, because that's a awkward place.
Yeah, it started out as Bun Hill, and the family owned the property. The Bun family owned the property for years. And Rick's father purchased the property from his brothers, because it was their
family property.
Right. So he bought out the siblings because they didn't want the property anymore. So he bought it. And, rumor has it, he burnt one of the houses down on the property. And it's said that the spirits that resided there came over to the last standing building, which is where the shrine is, because there's a duplex upstairs. But now when Rick's father purchased this property, he didn't live on the property. He just let, wayward relatives come and stay. And I mean, some things happened, wouldn't you say?
Some nefarious actions went on.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be proven, but family stories say some bad stuff happened there that have been, I guess you could say, collaborated through ghost box sessions and such. Mm-hmm. But some stuff has happened there in the past, and that have made it,
spirits clung to there. I mean, they were lost. They kind of stayed there. They were lost there. But not only just what happened in the past on this property. When Rick ended up purchasing this property from his father, and that house burned down, and the spirits came over, and then he started, but the bottom used to be a studio. So he started remodeling, and things started happening. Things would move, tools would be gone, things would fall off the wall unnecessarily. and he was trying to turn it into something he loved because he grew up in the Japanese culture, so he's very passionate about this. So he wanted to turn it into kind of like an oasis for him. And so he's a Shintoist as well. And that's something that happens. That's kind of like a gatekeeper between the living and I guess that's the best way to describe that, right, Audra?
Yeah, he practices the Shinto religion. So that's where the shrine part comes into it.
Yeah. So he, being a Shintoist, and knowing spirits, he struck a deal with them because it was maddening the amount of activity that was going on here. So he struck a deal that he would live on one side and he would save the other side of the duplex for the dead. And
he told him, he said, "You all let me get some sleep and I will build you the place you want."
Well, there you go.
The first time he finally, it kind of reminds you of the Winchester house a little bit.
Really? Yeah.
And that's the first time he finally got some sleep, was that night. So at that point, he started building it to make them happy. And they continue to tell him what they want, so to speak.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, so everything there has a place, right? Everything there has a very specific place, why it's there. There's certain things you don't want to touch.
Tomorrow, and it'll be one way, and I can go next week, and things will be moved because they told him to move it.
Mm-hmm. How did you guys come about this? Just one day were you just like, you just contact them, like, hey, I want to see if I can be the team, or how did that come about? It's just really interesting. I can't wait to get down there because I got a couple of questions too.
Yeah.
Did you just go down just one day? You were like, "Hey, they need help," or what? Did you feel called there? Or
I'm gonna let you take this, Audra.
We found it because the whole reason we even found the place was I follow Shane Pittman and I love him.
Okay,
and
yeah, he's cool. Yeah,
he was doing a documentary there, and I was like, This is Bristol, Tennessee. This is right down the road. How have I not seen this place?
Yeah.
So that's when we got a hold of Rick. And then we finally, after the interview, he agreed to let us come in. And we were like, this place is amazing. Because they've got all these different aspects to it with the bamboo forest outside. And it's the only place in the world that grows white bamboo. And I mean, it's been sent off to be studied and everything. And it's got a covenstead. It's got a Celtic garden, a Celtic gate. It's got a grotto.
Yep, the grotto.
What?
It's got a grotto.
Yeah, the dragon table. Yes, that's what I want to see. Yes, that's what I'm excited to see.
This dragon
table,
This dragon table is almost 7,000 pounds.
And it's got multi-layers in it, and each layer represents a different religion or belief. And every time they would pour a layer, that religion would come in and lay their relics or do their sigils or put some part of their religion in it. The necromancers would put like bones or something in it, the blood. The witches would put some of their herbs and their spells and such in it. And then another religion would put another layer in, and then they would do leave their beliefs in. So it's got 7 layers, and then after that they ran out of space, so then they started putting columns underneath it for more religions. So that table's not going anywhere. If Rick moves,
and this table has dragons that come up out of it. I can't wait. Water. There's balance. So the shrine is all about balance. So one side of the table is the good side, the one side's the bad side. You have fire elements, you have water elements. This place is so cool, and you can feel when there's a shift in the balance one way or the other. So every time you go, you're talking to different spirits. It's not always the same spirit, because some of these spirits reside here full time, and some literally just come and go as they please. And
like a train station, they stop and some stay, and some get on the next one out.
Yep. It's the coolest thing. And people don't, I don't know. The word's just not out yet. Once word gets out, this place is going to be.
And the thing about it is it's not a place that was a hospital or it was an asylum.
Right.
is. It's an active location. They still have weekly meetings there. They still have active rituals going on. They still have active things happening on a weekly basis. So it's constantly changing every time. I mean, they've got, a seance society that meets there on a regular basis. So they're always creating different energies in there. So and then they have a weekly roundtable meeting from its normal members that are there and paranormal members that come in. Me and Dee go on a regular basis and meet with them. And it's a fascinating place. It really is. It's beautiful.
It does really. Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Rick also, Rick and Michelle, the owners, people have come across haunted items that they didn't know what to do with, and they didn't want to burn it, throw it away, drown it, whatever. They wanted to give it to somebody to take this situation off of their hands. Or it's just a really eclectic piece, and they have kind of a strange energy to them. So people give this stuff to Rick and Michelle. And so these spirits also get brought in here. So, I mean, I've given a picture myself to them because my husband will not allow it on the walls at all at the house. He says, no, that's not happening. So I didn't want to leave her sitting in a closet. So I gave her to Rick and Michelle to give her a new home, and she's happy now. So
that is so cool.
Yeah.
Multiple haunted dolls. They got lots of haunted dolls there.
They have a Ouija killer that was serial killers that's on death row.
Wow. So I mean, it's paranormal activity wise, I mean, it's there's no way to have a clue of who you're going to talk to.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing, though. I mean, like you said, like you go to places like Old South, you go to places like Waverly, you go to places that they've already been they've been done. It's the same things. It's the hospital. You have the same patients, the same things over and over and over. But when you go there, I mean, it's basically like it is a moving portal.
You never know what you're gonna get.
That's fun. That's what you want to see. That's something. Yeah. That's why I'm pushing so hard for these little beautiful places on the side. These places like this need to be huge. Everybody knows, Waverly. Everybody knows those big places. We need all these little places that they need help too. They need the preservation.
Yeah.
They need all the people coming in and checking it out. So that's my goal. And I think that's y'all's goal too.
It is.
He's been very, hesitant to let people come in, but he's finally been like, okay, this place needs to be seen. This place needs to be out there. I finally decided to do it, but he doesn't want to do the actual booking and stuff himself. He's like, I just don't want to deal with it. You all do it. And we're
but I get it though.
Our pleasure.
I don't blame him. I mean, I it's so beautiful. Like I would put in even extra, like you sign the waivers and you sign the things when you visit places, but like a place like that, golly, you want to put extra in, more in. I mean, it's I can't wait for people to see. I just can't wait for people to see it. It's just so different.
And the shrine knows your intentions. The shrine knows your intentions.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because there have been people that came to the shrine that maybe their intentions weren't the best at the moment. And that's not to say they're bad people or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the intentions when they came there were a little bit off.
Right.
And the shrine knew, and the shrine didn't want that there. And the shrine will stop them from coming.
Yeah. I'm sure there's that many.
Sleeping cars. As soon as they step across that. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Step across that door, they've gotten sick and they've had to step back out, and they'll be fine.
Good. It's protecting itself. I'm sure there's some sort of elemental or two there as well. So, they're protecting that land.
It is. It's like a living, breathing place. It's like its own.
It's alive.
Yeah, it's almost scary, but
it's good though. It protects itself. It's a piece of history that can protect itself. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And so we'll be there during investigations, but we'll be out of the way. We're just there to help, to ask questions, answer questions that are asked, just things like that. We're not there to hover. We're not there to intrude in anybody's investigations. We're just there to, number one, make sure the shrine is safe, because we've been deemed ambassadors of the shrine. So we take our job very seriously. And then just to make sure that everything's okay. If anybody needed anything, so we're going to be out of the way for the investigations, but we're there if they need us. And there's always going to be at least 2 of us there.
And it's good too. The places are starting to hook up. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn you off. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Somebody asking if it's demonic.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the thing about it is the shrine accepts everything.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Angels.
They don't
everything in between.
They don't put a stop on anything. They can't guarantee what you're going to come in contact with.
Right.
It's the paranormal Wild West, folks. It's the paranormal Wild West.
It is. And this is why it's not for the novice. This is not.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
you
we
have
are going
to be familiar with
day
certain
tours.
things.
Yeah, we're going to be offering day tours for people who just want to come in and look around. If that's, because they have had people just show up knocking on their doors asking, can we come in?
Yeah.
And so, people just standing outside there looking at it because their cameras have picked it up and they're like, can we help you? And they're like, no, we just want to look. And
right.
So we are going to start offering the day tour for the looky-loos.
Yes.
Do you do interviews with people before they investigate the place?
We do look and see the teams that are coming and see what kind of experience they have.
I was going to say I would give them like a 2-year. I'd make them be like a team for a while because like you said, they got to be seasoned. Which you guys, luckily, a team that seasoned took over, so it's like, that's the scary part. You've got all these new people that are coming in and you don't know what they know, man. And like everybody thinks, well, I've got a recorder and a camera. I'm a paranormal investigator, and somewhere like I'm strong in my faith. I'm strong in God. So going in a place like that, I'm going in prepared. But like, you got Joe off the street that doesn't believe in God or doesn't believe in anything. I mean, be safe, folks. If you do go visit, know what you're doing.
If it's somebody
that.
If it's somebody that's never investigated or they just really want to go in and investigate, we are going to allow them the chance to come in with us if they want.
See, I like that. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
That way we
give
can
them that
them.
chance.
Yeah, we can show them it's not like it is on television. What you see on television is not what ghost hunting is. It's not investigated. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of different ideas. I mean, our team alone, we have 6 people on our team, and we all have different beliefs. With some of our beliefs are the same as others, but I'm talking, approaches and how we handle things. We're all different. So we're a really good team for people to work with us if they're new, because we kind of cover all the bases, and we all still get along. We all are just this family that we're always in contact with each other, like all week, I swear.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah, you should hold, if they give you permission, like I've got a couple of places I'm thinking about talking to, but you should see if they'll let you do just like a training class, like charge people like, $50-$60 like one Saturday a month or something, and train them the right way, because you guys know as well as I do, our like Abby here is going to be the future. Like, we're training her the right way. She's going to be the future of Get That Ghost. Like, I can't do this forever. So we got to train these teenagers and adults and people that are going to take over to do this right way and protect our history. That's the problem.
Absolutely.
People today don't care. So
and show them that it's not just this way or just that way. That you have,
and it's not scary and demonic. Not everything is scary and demonic.
Everything is demonic. No,
that's the problem.
This is the thing with paranormal. There's so many different ideas out there, and there are so many different theories out there that it's going to take all of us working together to find these answers. That's the only way to get it done. It's not going to be one person having one piece of communication that they get all the answers. It's going to take all of us collectively.
Yeah,
and so I think that's the most important thing, is if we can take these novice investigators and we can teach them how to do it the correct way, because there is a level of respect. Because on a lot of these TV shows, they show goading and just negative approach to like bossing these spirits around, or even demons. Even if it is a demon, I'm not right. You don't boss everything around like that. You don't walk into somebody's house and demand they speak to you. So we just, we're just, I don't know. It's a real good idea. I like that idea, Jason, about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's if we don't, we're gonna end up losing our history. I'm pushing all the places that I'm helping out. I'm pushing all of them. I mean, I would at least have a year. I mean, I would not let anybody in. And I'm actually, I had I had a disagreement at the very beginning when my team came along, and I had booked a place and couldn't book it again. Got a little gruff with the owner because I thought I was big bad and dude, and he changed the rules to a year. Well, I didn't understand at the time and got gruff and was an idiot. Apologized, made it right, but I completely understand it now. After I've been in the business for a long time, but haven't had a team or went into places like that for a long time. I usually just do like cemeteries and stuff, so I had to learn all those rules too. So, even me doing it that long, I'm still learning today. So.
Yeah. We
You're
still
doing the right thing.
we still learn different approaches. Melissa might have one approach, Bailey might have one, Dee might have one, Jen might have one, Audra has one, and we're constantly teaching each other new things.
Rick just wants to make sure and ensure that the shrine is there for the future.
Yes.
To make sure that
Yes.
that it's kept around even after he's gone, and that it's kept
Protected.
up and passed on and protected, and that the spirits have a place to go.
Yes. That's what we need people like you for. See, that's what we need people like us. That's why that network, if you guys, anybody, as we build those networks, we'll have all the right people in all the right places. We just got to get all these people out there that want it for the fame and the numbers to get out of the way for the people that care.
And we set a fair price for the investigation because nobody's trying to get rich off of this.
No.
So but some of us are coming out of. I mean, I live 3 hours away. So I don't just go up there and come back home.
Yeah, you're driving as far as I am. That's where I live. Well, y'all know where I live. So I mean, that's a good drive. You're basically driving as far as I would.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah,
with
I'm almost in
something that's reasonable and to cover cost and some expense.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like
we're
charging $1,500 a night.
Right, Grizzly, right. So our price, we set our price at $280 for an investigation, and that's there's a $100 non-refundable deposit.
Wow.
And we felt, as a team, we sat together and we had a meeting about the price, and we went over a bunch of different things, and we all collectively thought that was the fairest price. We're not, like I said, nobody's trying to get rich off of this. We just want the world to know about the shrine.
Yes.
We want them to understand the shrine as much as one can understand the shrine, and have a passion for it and want to enjoy it, because every time somebody comes back, they're going to experience something different. I mean, we forgot to say there's a scrying room as well.
Oh, that's neat.
And then there's is it the Earth Gate?
Earth Gate.
There's an Earth Gate with a witch's circle in the Tengu, which is the bamboo forest. Spirits live in the bamboo as well. This place is just we could talk about this until we're blue in the face. I mean, because we love it. I mean,
I want to hear it. That's why I want to hear.
I'd move in there today if I could.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
I can imagine living on site there.
There's
You'd never be able to sleep.
Yeah, they do have a cemetery across the street too that you're allowed to go in and investigate as well.
And you charge how much?
$280.
That's it.
For 8 p.m. till, when does it go? 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
Now they do live there on site.
Yeah, they do. They do live there on site. They do have one of the duplex. It's a duplex, so one side is for the owners, but they don't. They stay.
They'll hang out outside.
Yeah, they'll hang out outside.
Usually Michelle will go to bed around midnight, but she'll tell you when she's going so that you don't misinterpret her footsteps as footsteps.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Rick will sit outside, and that way, if you have any questions, that he
we
has the best stories too. Oh my gosh, this guy has amazing stories.
I was just about to ask you if you'd give us some paranormal stories. Y'all got, if y'all want to talk about some evidence, what kind of let's just say what kind of equipment works best. I want some stories. So if y'all want a story time, I'm sitting back.
Yeah, my favorite is when we had one of my favorite stories is we were there and we all had the giggles. For some odd reason, we couldn't get rid of the giggles. And none of us have, I don't think we've ever, during an investigation, had another one like this, right? We were giggling and laughing, and we were recording at the same time, right? So we caught this EVP of a child saying that they were all right. It said, I'm all right, you know. And we've got that on our YouTube channel, I believe. And if not, I'll upload it. But that was really cool. That was really, really cool to catch an EVP of a kid, you know. And this kid, according to Michelle, at the first time when we heard this, she said that child does not talk to everybody. So they're getting used to you there. They're getting used to you. So, I mean, that just goes to show the more you show up, the more you're going to get.
And it is that way. When you help places, they get to know you. Like Brooks, they know me. You know, you go in and tell them what you need. Like you guys, when you start, you know, you're putting. Well, actually, I got to call out Paranormal 24/7 Grizzly because they're going to be on there as well. They're going to be having a series, so you guys could, you know, that's going to be cool too. So you could put the shrine and show people the shrine there as well. So
Yeah,
it's really cool stuff. On Paranormal 24/7. That's but I had to do a call out because we're gonna have the series on there as well.
yeah.
So
just Wednesday night we were there, and a couple of them were in the grotto talking about, I can't remember what I wasn't even in there. I was in the the dragon table, and all of a sudden I hear this crash, and we all went running in there, and it seems like Rick and another member were making jokes, and apparently the spirit must not have liked the joke, because all of a sudden just a glass candle holder just came off the wall.
wow.
And just shattered everywhere. Mm-hmm. And the guy was making a joke about Rick. And apparently the spirits didn't like that.
They didn't like it.
Not
they
at
didn't
all.
like it at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And multiple people witnessed this. I mean, this wasn't just a one person.
Yeah, no, there was 4 other people in there.
Yeah.
Man.
So, and even when I went for the very first interview, when we were sitting there talking 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday, I didn't expect anything. I'm just sitting there talking, and I'm the skeptic on the team. So it's hard for me to be impressed by anything.
You got to have one.
Sitting there talking, this little black shadow just went shooting by underneath the dragon table. And I just stopped mid-sentence and was like, what was that?
What was that?
What was that? And he was like, oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Dee said you were talking about the Conjuring?
They've got a conjuring ceremony that's happening next weekend. There's a lady coming from Chattanooga next weekend to teach a conjuring ceremony. So you can imagine what's going to happen after that.
Is it being recorded?
I believe so, by the Seance Society. Appalachian Seance
Let me know.
is hosting it. So they they do a lot of stuff there. So they will be.
That's awesome.
And there was a time where how many of us were there? I think it was all of us. I think Jennifer wasn't there, but the rest of us were there. And we were standing in the meeting area. The table is, and we hear a cat.
Oh, we heard a cat.
We heard a cat, and there's no cat there. There are
two dogs.
They have 2 dogs that stay outside.
I think that was Bailey's first time there, and he just turned around and went, "Was that a cat?"
Ghost animals.
Yeah.
We've got a couple in the house.
Everything. You want to talk to a demon, you can find a demon to talk to. You want to find a dead person named Sally, that person probably will come through too if you conjure them up. It's crazy. There's everything you can think of here. And like I said,
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I didn't ask how many people does that cover. I was going to ask how many people, like, you know how you have like a 8 or anything like that.
It's up to 8.
Up to 8. Yeah, that's what normal. Yeah. Can you have an amount after for a certain amount?
It's not that big of a place, so we might be on top of each other. I mean, if you wanted to bring up to 10, maybe, but I wouldn't. That'd be pushing.
I wouldn't,
because
yeah,
you're going to be.
Yeah, 8 is a good number, or 6.
You'll start contaminating each other.
I understood that. I just wanted to make sure because I'm sure I'll have people ask too. So I'm trying to think of all the questions that they're going to shoot at me later. Because it's going to be, you're going to get
to contact us. They can contact us. We'll answer any and all questions with no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we have our booking team. So there's Bailey, Jennifer, and myself on the booking team. It's going to be one of the 3 of us talking to somebody on the other end, because you can go on to Tennessee Shadowchasers Facebook page and you can hit the WhatsApp, or you can contact us at our email at TennesseeShadowchasers@gmail.com. We'll get a whole.
If you forget that, you can contact the shrine, and then they will push you over to us as well. So either way.
Yep.
That's cool. Are there any certain entities that hang out? Like, is there like a lady in white or like a samurai ghost? Or I got to ask about samurai. Like a samurai ghost or something of that nature that hangs out? Because I want to see some, I want to see some sort of different kind of spirit. Like I'm not going to be able to go to China and investigate, or Japan, so it'd be cool to see something like that. Or talk. I mean, I'm sure they have different languages all throughout the place. So
oh yeah. Yeah, you can walk in there and talk any language, and if you have any kind of it's strange, any kind of like a ghost box or phasma box or something like that, they'll start talking in the language you want them to talk to.
I think they got German the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I think Matt, was getting German, wasn't he? I think Matt was getting German the other night.
Wow.
They have the resident. There's the lady of the shrine, the mother.
The mother of the shrine.
She keeps all the resident ghosts in check. Then she makes sure they all behave while they're there.
Mm-hmm.
She's only about 6 inches tall.
Yeah, she's like
really.
Yeah.
Hey, but packs a lot of power. That's all that matters.
She's a mama, so she pulls mama.
She's a little Asian ghost. Yeah, she keeps them all in check. And then there's Alan.
There is Alan. That's a family member of Rick, and he stays there. He's different.
He's not a good dude.
No, he's very different. He likes women a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I catch what you're throwing down.
Okay. Yeah. And then there's also in the grotto there is a low-level demon, and I guess that's what you would call them. He's a kami.
Mischievous.
Kami, which is Japanese spirit. But I guess translation would be he'd be kind of like a low level demon, maybe. But he's there, and he's contained to the grotto only, because in the shrine there are sigils written everywhere, not only on the table, on the walls, on the thresholds.
And they try to keep them contained.
Sigils. Right. This
Why
place is
Joe.
Yeah.
I want to ask him why Japanese ghosts so scary. Like why I know it's a different thing, but like American ghosts. But like anything that you talk about, like I have some friends in Japan that have a podcast, and when they talk about their ghosts are scary. Like ours are, like some of ours are, they can be, but man, they all look like the girl from The Ring. Yeah, they all look like the girl from The Ring. It's crazy. I'm like, why in the world would you investigate over there? I mean, it's like a curse.
They have different shrines for spirits there also, and I'm not very up on their culture, but from what I gather, they do have like shrines for the dead, like these
special
little
places.
Will go,
and they got the ghost houses
in the middle of town, and you can place it, and nobody's gonna touch it. Nobody's gonna touch it. Nobody. They respect the dead. They do.
Are there Native Americans as well?
Huh?
That is in part of the Earth Gate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, man. So you literally do everything.
Yeah, they've got, because it's a big Cherokee area up here.
Huge.
So we're not far from the
Gatlinburg
Cherokee.
And all those good areas.
Yeah, we're not far.
The largest internment. Yeah, the largest internment camp in the country for them was in Charleston, Tennessee.
There's a if you go to church, you guys go to Cherokee any?
Oh yeah,
I've been a couple of times. Yeah,
we went a couple of months ago, and just a real fast story. You already know me, Grizz, talk. But so there's a gift shop at the very end of the strip. If you go down to the very, very end and turn left, going back towards the casino, we went in and I had my shirt on, my team shirt, and there was a lady that was running the place. Well, she said, "Hey, you want a paranormal team?" I said, "Yes." And she was like, "I need to talk to you." I said, "Okay." She said, "I got a video that I really want to show you." And she said, "A couple of them that I think are going to blow your mind." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's do this." So that place, the original building, is there from like the 1900s. It's built over the creek in Cherokee. Well, they built on a gift shop onto the front to complete it, to make the gift shop whole. Anyway, I'm saying this to say the story. Well, Natalie and myself were there. She brought her phone out and she said, "Check this out." So she showed me a video. The clothing racks for everything were in the old part of the store, and they have video cameras and everything everywhere. Mm-hmm. Well, I kid you not, I have never seen this, and it caught me off guard. But a clothes, like a shirt on a clothes hanger, came off of the rack floated up in front of the rack on the hanger, looked like it was looking at it, took it back to the rack, sat it back down. It did this
Are you
3
kidding
times.
me?
3
Oh,
times. This is
wow.
full size. She showed me videos of them picking up things, throwing things. But
Wow.
what hurts me and what broke my heart is I asked her, I said, can I get my team here? Let's do this. Let's I'll tell you what's there. Let's do this. Well, no. Cherokee people, if I said anything about ghost up there or anything in that area, she said they will kick me out and I'll never be able out anywhere near that reservation. Because the reason I did that is because I got me a Bigfoot shirt up there because I'm, like I said, I like Bigfoot too, but they had no ghosts. And I asked the ladies, I'm like, why do y'all not have any paranormal shirts? Y'all can make tons of money. Why do you not have paranormal? It's Cherokee land.
Yeah,
It's a reservation. They don't allow those things. But that was just a quick story. But it's so haunted. Like I had to just tell you that while I was thinking about it. It was the most. And she wouldn't give me the video, but I mean, I've never seen anything like that in any show or anything. I mean, it was the wildest thing I've ever seen. You could see it come off the rack like it was looking at the shirt. But anyway, I just had to say that was just like I said, I veer off, but I'm pulling back in, Grizzly. I'm pulling back in.
Well,
I'm pulling back in.
That reminds me, the shrine sits on top of limestone caves.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
And it has a spring and
That's
stuff
right.
as
I
well.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's the perfect culmination. If you don't go,
They're going. People are going.
Yeah.
This place, we're going to blow this place up. Like I'm going to share it out like crazy. I can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
Like do they have any like equipment or anything they prefer over any of the other ones? Like do they certain equipment or methods or anything like that? It's just everything.
Oh. We were in the grotto. We were in the grotto, and all the lights were on, and it was, there were still people there from the holiday party that we had, and we were just talking, and they were answering through our Epic box, the yes/no box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
with the green light and the red light. They were answering questions just on cue. It was, and the lights were on, and people were there, and stuff was going on, and all the focus was not on the spirits, but they don't care. They'll talk to you anytime.
They've responded.
Has this place been on TV yet?
Scare Network.
Yeah. Yeah, Scare Network.
Well, you know that you got to put this on TV, right? You guys got to put this on TV.
Oh yeah.
It's good, and of course we're going to be down there. We're going to set that. I actually talk to you guys in a little bit about that, but we're going to come down there as well. And Grizzly, you can, you got to. Hey, do you guys have cryptids? Do they have a cryptid on land anywhere?
I don't know.
Michelle has said that she has seen UFOs.
Well, it's East Tennessee. I could see Bigfoot. I mean, easily up there in Bristol.
Oh, they do have a Bigfoot.
Yeah,
they have a Bigfoot celebration every year over at Bays Mountain State Park.
Mm-hmm.
You coming? We going?
Of course, anytime.
Yeah.
But we so I definitely want to make sure, are they having? Do they need help with preservation or anything of that nature? Or they just want to show this place off and make it shine.
That's one of the reasons why he opened it up, is that it is starting to need some repairs.
Well, that's what we're here for.
So that's what we're doing, is trying to get some repairs done.
What he is it a big enough place for like a mini meetup or something? Like a couple of teams come in, do like a small mini Paracon or something to bring in some folks to make them some money?
Yeah, that could probably happen, especially in the spring or early summer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's there's plenty. The One Gate is out there. You've got the fire pits out there. You've got the Tengu Forest. So on the property, there's plenty of room to mingle around, and even with teams. I know we cap it at 8, but 4 can be inside, 4 can be outside. I mean, you can really maximize the space to your advantage if you just get creative with it.
Is Bristol going towards Chattanooga or Gatlinburg?
Virginia.
Virginia.
So
it's
northeast Tennessee.
Yeah, you're 10.
So is it it's opposite from Brushy?
Yes.
Yeah, you're literally on the state line, right there near the new hotel, Hard Rock Casino.
Yes. Okay. I know where you're at. Okay. It took me a second. I was trying to think of, in my head, I've driven by Brushy and Harriman and Old South and all these places, and I was trying to think, well, which way am I going to go there? But I know which way. I was just kind of, Virginia. Just go towards Virginia. But
Anyone north, west.
that's man, it's just I was trying to think of. There's so much I could ask. I know we don't have a lot of time. Like I don't even know. Grizzly, throw some questions. You guys talk. I mean, I talk all the time. I ask all kinds of questions. I just.
What are some of the techniques that you all recommend?
There you go. There you go.
Well, I tend to fall more on the spiritual side of stuff. I like to just really sitting there for a while, just hearing the sounds. I always like to kind of start off like that, just listening to the sounds of the building, recognize what's repetitive sounds, what could be something mechanical, things like that. And then just slowly introduce pieces of equipment to them as to not overwhelm them. Because, I mean, I'm sure even if they died in 1822, I'm sure they've been around long enough to understand electricity and such. They've been there, right? I mean, they're just not actively in blood, but you just don't want to overwhelm them in my eyes. I mean, that's the best way to get started. I know how to do,
And Karen asked my next question from Karen Justice on YouTube. Do you ladies have any advice for new investigators?
Patience. Don't give up.
She's on our team as well.
Yeah, patience.
Not everything is paranormal.
And open-mindedness. Listen. Put listening ears on and listen.
And when you're doing something else, when you're doing EVPs, because I love EVPs, because I mean, to me, it's astounding that you can capture a voice on a recording.
Crazy.
They're not in the flesh and blood here. I mean, to me, it's so cool. But when you're asking the questions, be sure to ask the question and then wait 6 to 10 seconds in silence before you ask the next question. You have to, because they operate on a totally different timeline than we do. I mean, time really isn't a thing to them. So you have to give them, you have to have patience. It's not like it is on television. It's not like
you have to wait. You know what I call it? Honestly, you know what I tell people, and I know this is silly. It's just like fishing. You're putting bait out there. You're waiting for the bobber to go under. Once you get the right bait, they bite. That's how you get your stuff. I mean, it's what it is. I mean, you're talking to your ancestors, but you're using, I mean, it's basically like fishing, trying to get that fish. I mean, you're trying to get the evidence, same thing.
Yeah, I'm talking about bridging the gap of communication with dead, but I mean, we're on two different planes. So you just got to be patient and give them time to speak to you. So you might get something and you might not, but don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep on trying.
Don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't understand something either. If you don't understand why somebody's doing something or why they're asking a certain question, ask, hey, why are you doing that? Can you explain that to me? Mm-hmm. Instead of just
going with the flow.
Ask why.
It's important. Yeah, it's important to ask questions. If you're in an investigation and you're new at it and somebody that you're with is not, like Audra said, ask the questions. Don't be scared to, because that's how we all learn.
A lot of people freeze up, and when they're investigating, and they're like, "What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" And I'm like, "You just talk to them like you're talking to me. Sit down. They're there. They're us. They know what we're saying. They see us. They know we're there. Just talk to them like you're talking to me." Right. Like that's my grandma is talking to me. That's my grandmama. I just can't see her. I'm sorry, that was so country. Oh my Lord! But you know what I mean. But,
and like Bailey just put a comment. One of our teammates. That
I see that.
Those nights are very special.
They're few and far between, but when they do happen,
it's cosmic.
So have you had mediums come through?
There have been mediums that came through there. Yeah.
Is it overwhelming to them, or I mean, I couldn't imagine being able to see all the spirits. Like, I couldn't imagine. That's why I was asking if you've had mediums go through, because I couldn't imagine having all that come at me at once.
It's very loud. It's very loud. It's either very loud or very quiet. There's really no in between there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, because it's
experience. I'm just telling you from experience. When you walk in there, it's either loud or it's not.
But yeah, it's like trying to go in necrophonic, and you got like 4,000 people talking at one time. You're like, "Hey guys," but I couldn't imagine having it right in my face as I walk in the door.
Yeah. They're very protective. They're very protective of their space.
I love it.
If they feel like have any kind of ill intent or ill will, or that you're not serious, that they're not
It'll
gonna,
show you out. It'll show you out.
they're not going to communicate with you. You have to come at it with an open mind. You have to come at it calm, not bossy. I mean, they're willing to work with you. They're willing to talk with you. You can't push them around.
Yeah, you can't. That's the number
Not
one.
like on TV, right? Screaming and hollering and cussing, and
I've had to let people know. I've let people go off the table for provoking. You're not going to cuss at my grandma. You're not going to yell at my grandma because you're going to get mad at my cousin. You know, you're not going to. It's silly.
I mean, there is provoking, but there's also negatively provoking.
Yeah, there you go. You can do positive provoking. There you go.
You can be stern, but you can't go in there all that bacon's on. That's not
right.
happening.
No,
right.
No,
not at all.
You will regret it.
So how can we?
You'll regret it. You'll just make sure you have good intent before you step.
No, you don't cuss grandma.
Exactly.
No, never cuss grandma. No.
I'm gonna start that. Never cuss grandma. I'm gonna make a shirt. Never cuss grandma. Tank says never cuss grandma. I lost. See, Grizzly, I ran off a train of thought. Hang on a minute. I was gonna ask him a question and I lost train of thought.
You said how do we find them and follow them?
Yes. So wait. Before really quick. When can we expect the day tours? Is that a holding process? Or we just wait?
We're talking about it.
Gotcha.
It's all it is. It's just a matter of starting them. That's all it is. But we have to have with our team. We do everything as a whole.
How can we support you?
Step left or right without all of us knowing. There's no hierarchy on our team.
Yeah,
so
we were
how
going
can
to
we
go over and talk to Michelle about that today, but it's snowing up here, so we decided.
It's snowing here too.
Here, no.
Can we?
Down to -15 up here tonight.
Yeah, I know. God bless. Forget it.
One thing I did forget to mention is that they do offer additional services. Like Michelle will do tea leaf readings, and you get to keep the cup.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And she'll do seances for an additional fee. She'll lead you on a seance, which is really impressive. She's done some for us, and it's really neat. It's really fun.
She does a really good job. Yeah.
She does a really good job.
Yeah.
So
can people donate without is there a way they can go in and donate if they don't investigate? Or just to donate to the shrine just to help out?
They can. Right now we have to set up the official bank account because this is all very fresh and very new. So anybody who gets in on investigations or starts booking, I mean, they're really lucking out getting in on the early end, on the ground level of this.
Awesome. Better book it, guys.
Yeah, because this baby has just come to life for us. So right now it's going to Audra, to her Venmo. But very soon it's going to be going to the Tennessee Shadowchasers Venmo to donate if they want to donate. And it will go straight to the shrine. Everything is on the up and up. We have an attorney involved in everything just to make sure that every step of the way we're dotting our I's, we're crossing our T's, and everything is 1,000% legitimate.
How do we follow the shrine? How do we follow and support the shrine? Well, not support, but how do we follow the shrine? Or find the shrine?
They have a Facebook page under the Ura Shrine, and they have a YouTube channel under the Ura Witch.
Ura Witch.
URA.
URA.
I like it. And then how do we support you guys and find you guys and share you guys? Make you shine.
Well, of course, we're on Facebook, obviously. We are on TikTok, the dreaded, however long it's going to be around.
Yeah, who knows?
Abby's so upset.
It's a lot of people upset. I had a guy that just shared the Brooks Estate the other day. Just now shared them to help him out. He's got 278,000 followers on TikTok, and now they're going to get rid of TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, you try.
We have Instagram. We have our YouTube under Tennessee Shadowchasers. We have our Instagram under Tennessee Shadowchasers. So just look up Tennessee Shadowchasers. You'll find us. And then Audra has our shirt on. So I couldn't.
I like the logo.
Yeah.
That logo looks really familiar.
Doesn't it though?
I feel like I made that logo.
You made that logo for us.
I made that logo, folks.
You made that logo for us.
Anyway, so you guys have been awesome. I absolutely have enjoyed this. I mean, I'll probably have to bring you back on. I want to hear more ghost stories and things.
We've got so many because we're going places too. Our team some places. So
Hey, we'll just bring
we're
you back on as the team. We'll just come back on as the team, Tennessee Shadowchasers. We'll just talk about you guys
Yeah,
we're down
headed
for it.
to,
Yeah.
and ghost stories everywhere. We could pick your brain about favorite locations and things. We'll do that. I'll message you guys and set that up. We'll talk about just everywhere.
You gotta
we're
do it.
headed to the Monroe House at the end of this month, so we're real excited.
Very
about that
nice.
one. So,
Very nice. You got to get up here and investigate the square with me, the Springfield Square. I'm going to shoot an episode up here. It's ask Grizzly. Grizzly, tell him about the square. He came down.
It was phenomenal. Right in the middle of the day. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, it's active 24/7.
That's awesome.
But
yeah, we'll have to do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we
guys.
definitely will. Thanks
Yes.
for having us on here.
Thank you for coming on.
About the
We've
shrine.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, everybody
Yes.
needs to hop in on and get in on the investigations here. Definitely,
Guys, you better book yours right now because it's not going to last long. I'm about to book mine, and I'm about to share the fire out of it. So you guys better book yours if you're going. And if you're a novice, make sure you go with them. You do not want to go in this place if you do not know what you're doing because you will take something home. I mean, I'm not even going to lie about it. You will take something home, and it might not be nice. Don't cuss grandma.
Don't cuss grandma. No cussing grandma.
That's my new thing.
Don't cuss grandma.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in for tonight's episode, and thank you, ladies, for joining us. And from coast to coast around the world, Godspeed, everybody. Good night.
See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.